Big Show has been known to be complacent. He's bored. He's not inspired. He's not motivated because truly no one can push the Big Show to his limits. This Saturday night, someone can push the Big Show to his limits, which is why I am exhilarated about what goes down this Saturday night in Madison Square Garden, because when the Big Show is pushed to his limits, when the Big Show is motivated, when the Big Show is inspired, then you have a larger than life athlete, a 7-foot-tall true giant with one punch knockout power. And you damn right that worries me, but it exhilarates me at the very same time. Because that's what can push Brock Lesnar to his limits, which is why my client had me come here tonight to Buffalo, New York, to tell the entire world that this Saturday night, live in Madison Square Garden and only on the WWE Network, my client, Brock Lesnar, will take the Big Show to Suplex City.
If you're not ready and amped up for that match Saturday at the Garden, you don't know what you're going to be missing. Because what Paul Heyman said is true. The Big Show will be going to Suplex City. And Suplex City is coming to the world's most famous arena this Saturday night. And if you thought that was the only thing that was going to be said about this colossal matchup between Brock and the Big Show, the Big Show comes out and has a rebuttal statement to Paul Heyman. And this is what the Big Show had to say when it came to Paul Heyman and his statement. Take a listen.
Here he comes. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Believe it? Complacent? And all of a sudden now I'm motivated, right? Oh, now I'm motivated. I'm all fired up. I'm motivated because I'm stepping this Saturday night in the ring with your client, Brock Lesnar. Paulie, I know you're just an advocate. I'm not going to be out here. I'm not going to come out here and hurt you. But you should be worried. You're right. Because I am motivated. And I am a one-of-a-kind athlete. And I am the one guy in the WWE that pushes Brock Lesnar to his very limit every single time I step in the ring with him. Let me ask you a question. Brock Lesnar was really upset about finding out that he had to step in the ring with me this Saturday night, right? Was Brock Lesnar upset? He was, wasn't he? He was upset. I knew it. I knew your client's afraid of me. Because I know you're afraid too, Paulie. Because I noticed you didn't finish promoting the rest of your Go to Hell tour, did you? Why not, Paulie? Why didn't you finish promoting that?
And if you think that wasn't enough, just watch on the WWE Network, because the Garden might not be standing after Saturday night when these two giants get in the ring. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how this week's episode of We Love It Raw gets underway. With that statement by Heyman and the rebuttal statement by the Big Show. But it's not just focused on Madison Square Garden Saturday night. We are focused as well on the road to Hell in a Cell in the City of Angels. While we have one match confirmed already for Hell in a Cell, Lesnar, Undertaker, more matches are starting to get noticed and are on the verge of a possibility of being made. And what am I saying? I'm going to give you an example here of the Intercontinental ongoing situation with Kevin Owens and Ryback. Now, Ryback won the Intercontinental title inside the Elimination Chamber back in May. Lost it to Owens at Night of Champions. And ever since Kevin Owens became the IC champion, he's been putting the Intercontinental division in hell. Owens has been saying that it's not anybody else's time, it's my time, I work on my watch. Ryback has been saying that he wants his mandatory rematch. Owens is like, no, my time, my watch, my rules, my place. So you look for something like that to take place at Hell in a Cell, because you got another two big athletes going for one big title. So that's one big possibility of what could happen at Hell in a Cell. Now, another thing that could erupt at Hell in a Cell is this PCB feud with Charlotte and Paige. Now, let me take you to Night of Champions in mid-September, early late September. Charlotte won her first ever Divas title. Congratulations to her on that. Paige and Becky were thrilled, ecstatic that, Charlotte is now the true Divas champion. But it came with a price. What we saw last week was an implosion of PCB because Paige called Charlotte a placeholder, non-complacent, irrelevant, to say the least. And that if it wasn't, for Rick, Charlotte wouldn't even be in the WWE. So now on Thursday, Paige tried to rebuttal and say an apology. But it wasn't brought by Charlotte, and it wasn't brought especially by Becky. So hence on Monday, Paige again attempted to rekindle PCB. And for a brief moment it worked. A brief moment it did work. It went perfect. But Paige, as selfish as she's become, walked out. Natty tried desperately to get herself involved. Paige made sure that never happened. That was a distraction, and the Bellas earned a big win. So when it comes to Hell in a Cell, now while this won't take place inside the Hell in a Cell, because I've never seen any Divas match taking place inside a cell, or cage, or whatever, you're going to see a full-blown impact of PCB. What I think you're going to see, and I got signs of this last week and this Monday as well, that you're going to see Paige and Becky team up to take down Paige. Because I think you're not going to see the P in PCB. I think you're just going to see the C in C and B. So let's see what happens as we approach Hell in a Cell. Also, what you might also see at Hell in a Cell, and we saw it on Monday, was the return of King Barrett. Now, Twitter, social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, went rampant when we saw Wade Barrett run out of the arena and change his Twitter handle to his real name, along with Facebook and Instagram. Now, we were thinking, what's going on? Maybe are they repackaging him? Found out it was something that really happened. He had to run home, and he didn't want anybody to know that he's going under the name of Waybear, so he changed it to his real name. So, hence, the return of Waybear on Monday took care of Stardust, because these two have had it since before Night of Champions, and even Night of Champions. You know, these two have had an ongoing mixed relationship, so look for something to take place, not inside Hell in a Cell, but you're going to see something take place in the pay-per-view itself. I think it's going to be a kickoff show. So we'll see what happens as we head through the month of October into the City of Angels. So that's something to watch out for. Now on to the big stuff as we head to Hell in a Cell. This situation with Kane and Seth Rollins. Now, I'm going to take you back a little bit to Battleground. In early June, Kane suffered an injury at the hands of Brock, and further damage at the hands of Seth. So from June to that point, we have not seen Kane, the director of operations at that time. And everybody was wondering, did Kane finally say, I'm done, I'm retiring, I want to spend it with the family? We found out that in Night of Champions, after the Sting-Seth Rollins match, Kane made an appearance, chokeslammed Sheamus, preventing a cash-in, and then went after Seth Rollins, saying, remember what you did to me? I'm not going to let you forget that. I'm not going to let you run the show like that. So the next night, Rollins was surprised to see corporate Kane in there. Were we seeing the two sides of Kane? Two-faced, as you want to say. We might have, who knows? Hence, at the end of that Raw, we saw the Demon Kane, not corporate Kane, take Rollins into the bottomless pits of hell under the ring, just like The Undertaker used to do to many of his opponents. Hence, this Monday night, again, we saw corporate Kane, but he was flanked by Ashley from the HR department of WWE, because there was a performance evaluation conducted by Ashley by way of the Authority. So the evaluation was underway, and it went, okay, Ashley gave Kane high marks, but gave Seth Rollins an unethical code, meaning he's unstable, he's unfit, he's got an attitude, he needs anger management. That quickly escalated to a confrontation with the champion Rollins and Kane. Rollins drops the belt, looks at Kane, attacks him like he did before Battleground. So we thought, here we go again. As Seth is going on and talking about how he's the best, that he doesn't need Kane, this, and this, we see an ambulance. And you're thinking, an ambulance? What the hell? Turns out, it was the Demon Kane. And he made a beeline to the ring, took care of Seth, and set his sights, yes, his sights on the WWE title. So at Hell in a Cell, while it's not made yet, you will probably see Kane versus Seth inside the demonic Hell in a Cell for the WWE title. And you're getting signs on every episode of Raw that this match is imminent to happen. Aside from that, there were some side matches to focus on. One was the John Cena US Open Challenge. Turned out to be a no contest. Team with the Dudleys lost to New Day. Okay. Then you had Big Show Mark Henry. Big Show won that fair and square 1, 2, 3 fast. Then you had Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. While yes, maybe you may think that's a big match, it's a side piece. Not much happened on that match. Ended up in a double count out. Whoop-de-doo. Will you see the culmination of that match be part of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view? I think you are. And I think it's going to come with a big, big stipulation. That if Roman loses, you might see Roman join the Wyatts to make the Wyatts unstoppable. And what better way to become unstoppable than at Hell in a Cell? So that's a big possibility. And last, but surely it's not going to be the last time we're going to hear it, and we're going to talk about this on We Love It Raw as we approach Hell in a Cell, is the Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker Round 3 final match. And this has been brewing ever since WrestleMania 30 and SummerSlam. And this is going to be a match of the ages. Both don't want to lose. Both want to win. But if one wants to win, you gotta take one to the limit. And this match, Lesnar Taker, is inside Hell in a Cell. And I will tell you, while Hell was going to invade MSG Saturday in the heart of Manhattan, Hell will reign supreme in the City of Angels as Taker and Lesnar duel it out one more time, because these two have a hatred that even Hell himself cannot contain. So, as we wrap up, We Love It Raw. Saturday night, Madison Square Garden, the Go to Hell tour starts. The biggest match in the history of MSG is going to take place. I'm looking forward to that. The road to Hell in a Cell is now in full effect. Matches are taking shape. Championships are going to be on the line. Friendships are going to be tested. Rivalries are going to be extinguished. So as we are approaching Hell in a Cell, this is going to be the most exciting time in the history of the WWE. Because you never know what can happen between now and Hell in a Cell. It's going to be very, very interesting. Another side note that I want to include as I wrap up. Tuesday night was the end of Total Divas, and it was the return of Nikki Bella's ex, Dolph Ziggler, and he admitted that he had feelings for her. So I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I saw parts of it in the trailer. So I'm wondering what John has to say, or is John going to be, hey, listen, he's your ex, stay in good communication. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to watch that probably over the weekend, probably Sunday and all that. On the WWE Network, some interesting shows came on. We had the Legends with JBL. He interviewed former WCW exec Eric Bischoff, and what Bischoff was saying on that show is something I knew because I witnessed the Monday Night Wars go down. So watch that. Really good show. Excellent. Hard-hitting questions by JBL. Coming up at the end of October is a new show called Breaking Ground. They had the NXT All-Star panel, which was really, really good. You know, they paid a lot of homage to Dusty and how he was a mentor and how he helped the foundation of NXT grow along with Triple H. So watch that. That's really good. And finally, in Dallas, you're going to have Brock on Austin's podcast. So this month of October is going to be really epic for WWE. You're going to get a lot of viewers because of this Go to Hell tour with Brock Lesnar. So watch all those shows. I want to hear some feedback about these shows. What's your favorite one to watch? What did you think? What could have been said? What shouldn't have been said? I want to hear your input because this input helps this show really get better each and every week. And, while I host this show, I want to hear what you, our listeners, our loyal fans have to say because, we generate this input into what we have to say on We Love It Raw. So I want to hear all your input into what you want to have done on this show because we welcome everybody, all custom, all comers, new, young, old, experienced, inexperienced. We welcome them all. So please, don't be afraid. Come out of your shell. Come out of the rock. Come out of the closet. And express what you think should be said on We Love It Raw. Make this show better. So on that note, I am the boss, Chris Cory, for We Love It Raw. And next week, I'll be on vacation. You will not hear my voice for a while. So my co-host, Mr. Caldero, will be taking over the hosting duties until further notice. So for We Love It Raw, I am the boss, Chris Cory. Remember, hell has no fury than going to hell. We'll see you next week on We Love It Raw.